11 seasons in the NFL. He's a Hall of Famer. He's the greatest Ram of all time, inducted back in 1999. 8th all-time in rushing yards, Eric Dickerson, who's feeling pretty good about himself today.
Hey.
You could not, and 2 years ago.
I was feeling good about myself last week.
2 years ago, you'd come on the show, and you would just complain. You'd say, Jeff Fisher's got a 3-play playbook, and now that playbook for the Rams is like an encyclopedia. How much fun was that?
Well, you swear I play for the Rams. I'm so happy. I'm still playing. Man, I'm going to tell you something. You saw what it was 2 years ago. It was hard to watch.
It was a high school offense.
It was a high school offense. And, you know, people criticize me for criticizing Jeff Fisher. But, I mean, when I'm watching Todd Gurley get smashed, and I know the kind of player he is, the things he can do if you give him the opportunity, and then seeing it the next year when they got Sean McVay, and then seeing it this year, just how much better it's getting, I mean, it's just the greatest thing ever.
Do you remember Jerry Faust, the coach at Notre Dame?
Yes.
Okay. There's been 2 times in my life where I honestly watched a college or a pro team, and I thought they were literally incompetent. Notre Dame, Jerry Faust, the offense he ran, because he was a high school coach.
Coach, right.
And the Rams, the first year, I thought, they don't know what they're doing. And I don't know Jeff. He can coach, but offensively, it's Jurassic. Like, it's just old. When you watch that thing last night, your impressions of Jared Goff, because there's this narrative that it's all McVay, you know, and Goff's a nice system guy. I got to tell you, Eric, did he remind you of anybody?
You see the number he wears? 16.
Yeah.
I started calling him Jared Montana last night because those passes were like Joe Montana passes. Seriously. I mean, they were right on the money. The one he threw over, I think it was to Robert Woods, over Anthony Barr's shoulder. Man, to me, that was the best pass. I know the one he threw to Cooper Kupp in the corner of the end zone, another great pass. And you know it's good when guys are calling you from around the league, guys you played against. Man, did you see those passes?
Oh, last night you had that?
Today, it was guys, my buddy Roy Green called me from Arizona. I didn't watch the game last night. Man, look at these passes he's throwing. But I'm going to tell you something. Jared played a great game. He played a great game. But I'm going to say this much here. You have to give credit to Sean McVay. McVay is really the superstar of this football team because he is so good at X's and O's and also being a player's coach. And it's hard to get both. The guys relate to him because he's young. They're young.
Fun, energy.
When he scored that touchdown, I think the one he threw to Cooper Kupp, you could tell we worked on that. That was something we talked about, and it happened. You could just tell it's just fun football.
People will they'll say, "Oh, Eric, Jared Montana." You never played with Montana, but didn't you have a moment with him?
Oh, well, did I? At the Pro Bowl, I'll never forget it. Me and Roger Craig were there.
Roger Craig, the great Niner back.
Running back for the 49ers.
You both made the Pro Bowl.
Both made the Pro Bowl. And he threw me a pass. He threw me a couple of passes, in practice. Montana did. And I'm like, man, Roger, you don't know how lucky you are. I said, man, if I had this quarterback, because the passes was just, they're right where they had to be, and it was so soft. Not like that, whoa, look out, that bullet, if you don't catch it, it'll go through you. I mean, Montana had a nice pass. He threw a nice ball.
A couple years ago, I was talking to somebody, and he said, like quarterbacks, Troy Aikman's talked about this. Some guys have heavy spin. Baker Mayfield's ball has heavy spin. Don't get me wrong, Baker can throw it. But John Elway threw a ball that at times was just too hard.
Like a bullet.
Colin Kaepernick had no off-speed pitch. Everything was 98 in the heater. Even screen passes, Kaepernick was throwing a bolt. And Colin's got a good arm. But when you watch Goff, there is very much a Montana feel. It is a feathery. By the way, this is why the Rams don't drop the ball. There's no drops with the Rams. The ball is incredibly easy to catch.
He puts the ball where it has to be. And you look at those passes that he threw last night, they were right there. If the ball is 8 inches behind the guy, it's knocked down or it could be intercepted. If it's 8 inches past the receiver, it's an incomplete pass. So when people don't realize how those are split second decisions to throw that football and have that precision. Any quarterback. Even Cousins last night, some of the passes he threw were precision passes. That is hard to do, especially with a rush coming on you.
Yeah. Eric Dickerson, Hall of Famer, 8th all-time in the NFL rushing yards. The new NFL is obviously very much offense. In fact, they flipped in the offseason, they flipped the catch rule. So we haven't. You and I have not once this year talked about what's a catch.
Okay. We don't know what is a catch.
Well, they're all catches now. They're going to give you the catch, which is the way I think it should be, because you reward the fans and fantasy players. More points is more fun. Now, there's some NFL defensive guys, squawk, can't hit the quarterback. But my argument is Von Miller and Khalil Mack, 0 roughing the passer penalties because they're ball strippers. Their kill shot is get the ball out. Clay Matthews, he wants to knock you out. And the league is just saying, Eric, we're not letting you knock out quarterbacks anymore.
But you know what, Colin, it's not about knocking the quarterback. Look, I'm an offensive player, and I really believe the play they called against Clay Matthews, that was a bad call. I mean, what is he supposed to do? I mean, what are you supposed to touch him and say, boom, okay, I touched you? I mean, he tackled him, put his hands up. I mean, to me, you can't do anything else. I mean, to me, it's unfair. And I'm an offensive player. It becomes a time where this is football. This isn't patty cakes.
You're all for just driving that body into that.
I'm not saying drive your body down into him, try to hurt him. Not the old days where they could body slam you.
Oh yeah,
but
they
you
could.
know what? They don't take it out on the bench. They don't protect the running backs and receivers like that. They protect the defenseless guy, but not a guy that has the ball.
I think what the NFL wants to do is they're over-calling it early, because what they're saying is, listen, we think some of you defensive guys, you're frustrated, you don't get paid as much. This is what I believe they're doing. And they're saying, listen, we're going to over-call it because we think some of you are going for kill shots. And those kill shots are taking Jimmy Garoppolo for 12 weeks out of the sport. And so when you played in the NFL, what percentage of guys did you actually think kind of wanted to hurt you?
Oh, a lot of them. I won't forget, we played the Washington Redskins in the playoffs.
Yeah.
My cousin, Dexter Manley, played for the Redskins, and he told me, we had dinner the night before. He said, cuz, I want to let you know we got a bounty out on you.
A bounty?
Yeah, a bounty. He said, we got a bounty on you. I didn't ask how much. He said, so I just want you to be careful. And I won't forget the very first play of the game. He came free on the end. Free on me. And because as soon as I got the ball, he hit me, but he just kind of laid me down. And he said, I could have got you, cuz. I could have got you. But, you know.
I like that story. So there are bounties.
Of course there are bounties.
And
I don't know about today. I'm sure even to date, it hadn't changed. It hadn't changed.
So $500 for the biggest hit, $1,000 if you knock a guy out.
This how a lot of bounties would go. You'd have like big hits, but mostly if you would take the star quarterback out, the star running back out, the guys put a pot in, you might get, back in those days, maybe $5,000. It could be $10,000. That was the pot for a guy getting knocked out of a game.
So that's why the league's doing this, because they know those defensive guys have bounties. You're admitting it.
I don't know what they're doing now. I just said in my day. I don't know what they're doing now.
Well, if it's $5,000 in your day, it's $50,000 today.
$100,000 now.
So I do think the league is aware, because a few years ago, Joy, was it the Saints that had the bounty gate?
Yes, the Saints.
Yeah,
it was the
Saints. Yeah, it was. I mean, so we have tape, we have audio, we have guys like you talking about bounties.
Do you think I want a bounty on me?
No,
I don't.
But what the league is doing is saying, we know there are bounties. And the NFL, the defensive guys aren't getting paid. They're not getting endorsements. They're bitter.
I don't think it's about bounties now.
It's not about bounties.
It's about Aaron Rodgers being out for the entire season and Deshaun Watson. And
the
Carson
top-notch
Wentz.
quarterback.
And
By the way,
even if some of those injuries had nothing to do with getting hits.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.